fucking lame. I wish it would have popped up. Holy shit, man. Woo! Celebrate
1,000 subs. Cheers.
1,000 subs.
Cheers. Bunch of slobs out here.
Wow, guys. Thank you so much. Like, holy shit. Holy crap.
Yes.
1,000 subscribers.
1,000 subscribers.
Wow, I forget these have an actual spark inside of them. Thank you guys. Like, holy shit, man. I can't believe we made it all the way out here.
We are out here indeed. This is kind of where we started, huh, Alec? Surrounding this table at under your roof.
Yeah, well, previous times we were at my apartment, and now we are in my house this time. But man,
Indeed.
Let's see. Almost a year ago, it would be November 19th, around the start of the My.R Decks, when we dropped our first episode.
Episode 1 dropped on November 19th.
Yeah.
Nice.
So we've been at it for quite a while now. This is gonna make episode number 17 for us, Steven.
Yeah.
So it's been really cool, man.
Yeah, man. Cheers once again.
Yeah, pleasure doing this with you.
I know for me, like, I've personally gained value in the podcast. It's like we've been demanded to figure out what to talk about. Like, it's been like a true challenge. It's been a fun challenge to, over the past 9 months or so, I guess, almost, no, more than that. Like, this is like month 10. So hitting 1,000 subscribers within a year, I think that's solid.
Yeah, man,
Like,
I would call that pretty solid work. And
Yeah.
I think another part we haven't mentioned yet is I know a lot of things that people on YouTube strive for is monetization. We're like just about there, guys. Ooh, maybe making $5 on each video, but holy shit, that's still making money on videos. I mean, who would have ever thought that's something we could do and become monetized on YouTube as people who just talk about the Elrond ecosystem and, you know, just kind of BS and just have a good time. You know what's even more wild, dude?
What's that?
I think, is this like our 5th episode in person somehow?
It might be. You never know.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was distracted. I think Alex saw me grab another party popper, but now I broke the 4th wall. But yeah, I might pop one of these at a random time. Maybe we'll just implement that. Get this video to 100 likes if you want us to implement party poppers in every episode. But yeah, man, it's been a hell of a ride, I'd say. And as I was kind of saying there, it's like, man, there have been I think that there's personally just been a lot, not per se that I've learned. Like, yes, I've learned a lot personally through like the experience of doing this podcast, or doing a podcast period, like with a friend, and just kind of going with the flow and kind of taking a swing at every episode. And it's been I would say, like, again, like, emphasizing not to emphasize too much success or whatever, but yeah, like, in context of like the market not doing very well and not fueling that kind of like excitement and maybe the incentive, the portfolio is going up, so I really want to, you're kind of like, you feel engaged to learn more. But yeah, I mean, several episodes I've spent preparing for episodes, and, you know, kind of ingesting a lot of stuff that maybe if we didn't have this this podcast at all, it's like, man, I wonder how many things I would have missed. It's just, you know, for me, like, I'm kind of talking about how it's been valuable for me, because I'm able to, you know, remain on Twitter and keep my bullish status, which I have my reasons for, but it's crazy because, I mean, my experience, Alec's experience, everyone's experience with money and with like investing and stuff like that, it's like very unique, and that's, I think, what makes the market so wacky. Like, it's pure, like, all these different data points representing each investor, and it's like we have our own kind of like fingerprint or like imprint on the market. So it's been fun, and I personally am thankful for, you know, having something that I can kind of like stick with and keep me excited and shit. So yeah.
And going off of that, Steven, I think it's cool. I think we need to also talk about where we first started, man, and what was going on when things first started. As I mentioned, we launched our first video around the time that the My.R Decks first launched, and if you were there, you would know what kind of excitement we're talking about. I'm talking like unreal. Euphoria, like straight up euphoria for a couple of weeks. It was like just insanity, man, and it was awesome to be a part of this ecosystem. And as Steven was saying, it's we've been out here creating content and just trying to, especially lately, grasp at some air, because it's a bear market, as some people don't want to admit.
Oh, we're in a bear market, but it's coming back.
Yeah. Oh, I will wholly admit it's coming back. It's just
So maybe I'm not really like a true perma bull. I don't know what I would be.
Well, I'm just glad that we're doing this thing together, man. We're riding the entire wave together because we have definitely been riding an interesting wave. I mean, all the way. You guys know how it's been. Or
maybe they haven't.
No, it just is what it is, and I think I'd also like to mention, the fact that I can recognize that at the beginning things were like super euphoric and stuff, and as things moved on, it kind of got a little bit harder to be excited about, things going on in the ecosystem. And I'd like to also point out some comments that we've gotten recently.
How do we feel? I mean, I'm personally appreciative because it helps us to grow. Like a square, like if you chop off more and more sides of a square, it'll turn into like a circle. And what do you call that? Like well-rounded. So I see as each of those comments, even though sometimes they're not easy to see, because I mean, emphasizing the front end of this episode, looking at where this started and watching it personally grow, it was a huge success to have not one but two CEOs featured on our podcast. Like, man, like, and there's more to come, so stay tuned.
We're definitely excited for the future here at Podcast Elrond. I know you guys have definitely heard that we're in the talks with UTK, with I don't know if we've talked about being in talks with Hollow Ride as well on the Podcast Elrond Twitter, but surprise. Well, we're just in talk with different people trying to get you guys the best content out there possible, and we want to provide substance to the community. We want to provide something that you guys just aren't tuning in for pure entertainment, but I do realize we do provide a certain aspect of entertainment to the ecosystem, and obviously that's something we want to keep providing you guys, because we think you absolutely like it, and that's part of the reason why you guys come and watch us. And from my end, I just want to say I want to add a little bit more value to the ecosystem, and I hope as we move forward, I can definitely start doing that. But today, I just want to say thank you for getting us to where we are, and I can't wait to see where we go.
Yeah, man. And just like to address comments of the video and just kind of wrap that up, it's constructive, and to me it's like cool to hear what people think of it, like, because we got countless positive reviews since the start.
Yeah, that is true.
Countless positive reviews. But again, like, which ones do we pay attention to? Which ones are going to shape and mold? It's like, well, like the negative ones.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's funny because, like, reduce this whole big picture down to our podcast alone. And I think that the team at Elrond, like the Elrond team, like, they're doing the same stuff. And like every piece of criticism on Elrond Network itself, is obviously aimed kind of at them. Ideally, it aims to improve. Ideally, it aims to, draw attention to areas of opportunity, things to improve, for not on just behalf of the consumer, but on behalf of everybody. And in the context of the podcast, if we can increase quality and focus more on what things add value, there's value can be added in many different ways.
Yeah.
So, but we want to just focus on providing more direct information and spotlight over specific topics that are cut and dry, so that there's more, I guess, like, intentionality, instead of just talking about all these, different topics, like having 25 Twitter, like a 25 tweet Twitter thread.
Are you drinking a little too much champagne, Steven?
Yeah, something like that. Ayo. But yeah, like that, like, it takes my time, it takes physical time to, like, talk about so many different things, and it's a lot of fun, and we're going to continue to provide that content. But for now, we basically are just going to try to each bring one major and minor topic to the conversation, and that will encapsulate a much broader episode that you still get the classic Alec and Steven banter. But yeah, I see this as a way to improve our channel, but I think that it all does kind of point to providing good content, and I guess like drawing attention to and creating awareness about Inspire.art and Elrond Network. And that, relates back to what Alec was saying about where we began, not only the hype of the Inspire.art launch, but also the fact that really the only reason the podcast began was to kind of hype up and give information about what Elrond is and what Inspire.art is going to be. And obviously that episode is packed with all sorts of good stuff. But yeah, I mean, this podcast definitely like morphed and shaped. And imagine if we just kept Podcast Elrond and almost changed the name to like Podcast Inspire.art. Like that's almost how it started, but we I don't know if you want to we both decided on the name, but when we called ourselves Podcast Elrond, like that really opened up this whole world of Web3 metaverse. It's Elrond, Inspire.art. So that's, I think, where I at least want to focus in, while still providing cool content about Elrond, but trying to spend more time talking about portfolios and briefly explaining some of the benefits of using the DEX. But Alec has a few different items in his portfolio, and we just want to create not intentionally, but just create content that can add value in a lot of different ways without taking too much time to do so.
Yeah, and as Steven said before, we just want to be improving all the time as the Elrond team does. And as you guys know, we posted on our Twitter, we're going to start moving to those releasing episodes every 3 weeks. And that's just giving us more time to prepare and give you guys more quality content, because really that's what we're here to deliver, man. We want to give you guys the best quality content possible while also delivering that entertainment aspect. And we're just excited for the more ways to grow. And yeah, man, I've really drinking that champagne. Hey,
Blow my hand off.
It didn't.
Was it a dud?
It was a fucking dud.
Damn.
Hey,
that still scare me.
But we're just happy to continue to grow and continue to offer you guys quality content, and we're gonna continue to try to curate the best possible interviews with the best possible people.
Yeah.
And just make everything just rock tight and solid. And as Steven was saying, as we move forward with some of our new episodes, we're going to try to keep things a little bit more solid and tight for you guys, so it's easier to follow along to. And just it's because we realize sometimes we talk about a lot of different things.
Yeah, we're just two dudes like shooting the shit.
Yeah, we really are.
Very bougie to be saying something like that.
I don't know if these are crystal, but they sure damn look like
they're real as crystal.
Sure sounds like it.
Yeah.
We're out here partying.
Yeah, I'm genuinely excited for the future, because although there were ways for us to improve on our personal 1 versus 1 podcast, there were probably the most amount of views and attention were caused, or as more so like as a result. Cause sounds like a negative thing. But it's like our interviews that we've done have been really exciting. I know. Yeah. I really enjoy them, and it's kind of like nerve-wracking. It's like, dang, like I want to do a good job, because if I do a good job, that benefits everybody. So looking and moving forward, I just want to keep on doing what we've been doing. Like, we're still here doing our thing, working to be better, as you said, and along the way we've got as many guests as we can kind of fit into the whole cadence of doing 1 episode every 3 weeks. So it's really just a matter, and I'll put this out here, but just to be clear, we've only really accepted interviews with people who kind of like reached out first.
Yeah.
Like ZoidPay. I want to cheers to the team at ZoidPay and Edward for joining us. Yeah.
I'm out of liquor.
Do you want some? Just for the sake of,
Thank you. Perfect.
Cheers. I want to recognize ZoidPay and Edward, as well as the team at Aerovec and Kavari, for giving us opportunities to share more and dig deeper into what you guys individually, all of you all are doing. And yeah, just the fact that Alec and I are just two dudes, I think we're approachable, and that's what we want to do. So we've never reached out to anybody per se for an interview. I think maybe the exception has been Utrust.
Yeah.
And it's like, you know, asking you shall receive. Like, I think that Alec has jokingly like said that in a few episodes, and like it actually has led to things. And I mean, I think that's overall just like a cool philosophy to practice all together, is like the idea of like sometimes you have to ask, whether that be personally or like in different ways. So yeah, that has changed. But to be clear, like the interviews we've done have been people reaching out to us and asking, and we aren't like, sure, but you have to pay us. Like, we're here as a platform. And yeah, so just in case you're somebody out there like waiting for us to reach out for an interview, like, don't, because like that's not the point. Like the point is never, oh, we're gonna try to, you know, do all of this like, you know, increase, because there's a little bit too much to cover, and schedules are kind of a wonky thing. But yeah, so look forward to some cool interviews coming up with Utrust, as well as, we'll see. I've been talking to somebody at Holoride, Catherine from Holoride.
Hey, Catherine! Shout out to Catherine.
Yeah.
Hey.
But yeah, I mean that'll be with Nils if we can put it together.
Yeah.
And we're still looking at dates on that. But as far as the Utrust interview goes, because people have been asking online, but
I saw that.
Yeah, I mean, like, we're in talks. We'll get to it, and yeah, I don't know. We can give more info, but it's like, nah, like,
we're in talks. We're just excited to have a chat with
Sanja,
I believe, and
Nuno,
I think, yeah. So I remember watching the talk with them and Benjamin, and I really enjoyed their talk. So I'm sure we're gonna have a really good talk with them as well. But as the Elrond ecosystem grows, we hope to grow with it, and we're just thankful for these teams allowing us, or even taking the time to be featured on our platform, which is something that's really dope. I remember the first time we interviewed Edward, how exciting that was, and of course interviewing Ryan is just as exciting, and we're excited for all the future interviews that we're gonna do. And of course, those interviews bring value, and we hope you guys find a lot of value out of them as we deliver them to you. Yeah,
for sure. I'm looking forward to it, and I'm personally excited to see what we learn from Utrust. During these talks, like, one piece of information I will share is I'm specifically curious if we'll try to situate the Utrust interview before or after X Day. They are taking breaks and stuff, and it's kind of a conversation yet to be had. But right now we're trying to figure out, do we when does this work best? Because who knows what, you know, is going to be released at X Day. Will it be better to hype up Utrust in some sort of ways in through our podcast, like, before X Day, or if like there are a lot of questions about Utrust after X Day by chance? It's like, well, that sounds super valuable too.
Speaking of X Day, whoa, that one scared me. Speaking of X Day, I heard that you're going, man. I'm really excited for you.
Yeah, I will be at X Day, which originally was the 3rd of November, but now Elrond has changed their name on Twitter to 3/4. Maybe you didn't notice this. But yeah, so the Elrond Network Twitter official page, as soon as X Day was launched, the Twitter name, username or whatever, not the handle, but the name of Elrond was changed to like an X Day advertisement that said November 3rd. And then they changed the name of the Elrond Twitter account to X Day being the 3rd and the 4th. So originally X Day was a day, but now it's the 3rd and the 4th, so it's like it's just gonna be X time.
Oh, okay, so it's just a 2-day comp. Okay, I thought you meant like they moved it to like March 4th or some shit like that. I was like, oh man, that kind of sucks for you.
No. Yeah, the name of this is so intense. The name of Elrond Network on Twitter is XDay period Paris period 3-4 November period powered by Elrond with an is this an added wait is that an oh no that's the dude,
that's the verification.
I saw the verification thing and I thought it was a little time emoji, like as if like you're running out of time. So I can personally say that X video is extremely epic, like maybe too epic, we will see, but the intense music, the visuals relating this tool that's going to be revealed and a plan to be unveiled as strong as Fire once was, with the, as if the reverb is on 10 out of 10 speaking to a grand audience. It's like, whoa, you'll have an audience, all right. I'll be listening.
I just think it's fun that it's going to be in Paris, man.
Yeah,
that's
looking
pretty
forward to
sick.
that.
I'm really excited to see where they're going to be hosting
Mm-hmm.
it at. I'm also just really excited to see what it's going to be about. I hope they're dropping something fire, man. I just know.
What do you think X Day might have? What are you hoping? What's going to be an out of the park for you if it's featured and talked about in X Day?
I don't know. I just hope they, we've all been waiting for MEX 2.0 economics and stuff like that. So hopefully they deliver that kind of stuff at X Day, or just some kind of groundbreaking news just in general. Or I just hope they deliver an awesome conference that generates a lot of excitement. Yeah. I guess you're going to be the one who's going to be able to tell me that, if they're able to make a bougie ass. I mean, you're in Paris. It better be fucking bougie as shit. It better be a dope ass conference. I hope you guys really. I mean, I've been involved in planning conferences, and I know how difficult it is. And I hope you guys got something really dope for Steven and all the other people going out there.
Yeah.
I know either way it'll be cool. I'm just excited for everyone who's attending.
If anyone on the team is watching this, like, thank you for everything that you do, but I hope you realize that if X Day flops, I mean, it will truly be a test of who is holding Elrond and how much they believe in Elrond Network and what the team is doing. But yeah, with that being said, I think that we can probably just wrap up with, maybe more thoughts on X Day, but just bringing it back around that this is 1,000th, subscriber episode.
Yeah, man.
Really stoked on that and looking forward to what's to come, which naturally will include things like whatever the hell X Day is, whatever it's going to involve. I personally foresee Utrust. I'm speculating big time here, okay? They've been acquired by Elrond, and something specific that Q4 roadmap says is the merchant yield, which we all know is Utrust.
Yeah.
So it's just like, okay, I think there are a lot of things closing us out for Q3. Elrond Growth 2.0, what is that? Elrond Gamify, what is that?
That would be Cantina Royale.
Elrond Gamify is Cantina Royale?
I would think so.
Okay, so and that's where I would hope otherwise, but you might be right, and that's just like interpretation.
I mean, if this is the updated roadmap, Q3 is gone.
No, they have a month until the end of September. 23 days.
I really think that's Cantina Royale.
Okay.
We don't have to talk about it.
Yeah. And the NFT marketplace, which just to discuss, I think the emphasis is, I think some people were happy about it, others not so happy. I think to focus on how the MyArt app updated with the release of this NFT marketplace. I think they're trying to add a social media aspect to it. So it's all going to tie in. It has to do with the MyArt app, the ease of accessing the MyArt app, and the whole profile you have on MyArt itself. So I'm not sure some of the reasons being called an NFT marketplace that in fact is an aggregator. But high level for me as an artist, I like to draw, I like to do visual arts with photography, and I make music. So I call myself an artist, and I think that art can represent itself in a lot of different ways. So from that level, Inspire.art, I don't know, I guess they had me at the name.
The name is great. I will give them that. The name's great. I just don't know if it can be called a marketplace. You know, that's really just semantics at this point.
Inspire.art. I don't know why they're calling it an NFT marketplace. Like Inspire.art. That's the domain name.
Yeah.
So like a lot of people were like, this is going to be an NFT marketplace. This will be Elrond's OpenSea. Lots of NFT volume, big money. But it's like, I don't know. That's not necessarily what I expected. I had no earthly idea what in the world was going to be an NFT marketplace. But I'm happy with just the idea of Inspire Art. And I think the team has a big heart about it, so I think that it's going to blossom.
Yeah, I just know whatever's to come, you and I are here to report on it. You and I are here to talk about it, and in future episodes, we'll be covering it greatly, and we hope to give you guys...
Hopefully. If we're talking about it, that means it's something to be talked about.
Yeah, and hopefully we're giving you guys the information that you're seeking. That's what we're here to do. That's what we're here to continue to do. And that's what we're here to improve on.
Yeah.
Thank you again for the 1,000 subscribers. Is really
yes.
what I got to say.
1,000 and some change.
Yeah, and it'll continue to grow, I'm sure. And that's really thanks to you guys. And I know, according to our analytics, a lot of you guys are return viewers. I would like to pull that up, but that's going to require some finesse.
Well, but while you do that, our channel, all of us together, this community, and this says something about the numbers that are here, is the emphasis. Our channel has got 21,800 views, 3.9 thousand watch hours, and we're sitting at over 1,000 subscribers. So whatever, the crypto markets are going to have their bear markets, but what do we always talk about? Users and all that stuff. It's like, well, clearly there are people here who are interested. There's something going on here.
I do gotta say, we do have a good amount of returning viewers and a good amount of new viewers, actually almost equal. So
really, that's awesome.
I would say the guys who continue to watch us and support us,
and girls,
the individuals that continue to watch us and support us, thank you so much. The people who come along and are new to our channel, I hope you find this entertaining. I hope we can continue to
change it to all time
to add value.
It didn't work. Sorry about that.
But we're just happy to be here, y'all, and thanks again for your support. And I like ranch water.
Yeah, ranch water is delicious. Prosecco, delicious. Party poppers, delicious. In case you saw a little puppy dog walking around, this is, our champion, Finn, the golden retriever, has given us a lot of emotional support throughout this process.
He's out here too,
He's
out here.
Hey, buddy.
He might not be invested in the ecosystem, but
what happened to
he is here to support us.
What do you have to say, bro?
He was here when the bridge or whatever the hell happened with smart contracts happened. He was here to watch me cry.
The smart contract exploit of sorts.
There's no need to bring that up, Alec.
It's what's done is done. We all grew and learned from it, right?
I think we might be getting a little off the rails here.
It's all right.
Should we wrap up this subscriber celebration, Steven?
Yeah, man.
Grab yourself a popper, sir.
This is the last one?
I think they are. Don't put it on
Wait,
the
let's
face.
at least count down and see if we can get it
I
synchronized.
did get hit a little bit ago.
Are we gonna say something for excitement and then pop it?
Thank you for 1,000 subscribers to 1,000 more! Woo! Does that close out our episode?
I think so.
Well, cheers to you, Steven.
Yeah.